two projects I wanted to talk about. The first, Washington Street Bridge. If you recall, that's a bridge that we received ODOT funding for to replace. We have the final scope of services with ODOT for that. A few other environmental things that they require on that bridge. A few things we weren't really expecting. I guess this area has mussels which are endangered, so we have to do a mussel survey, and then it's going to touch on the Greenway Trail access to the parking lot, so that there's a special thing that you have to study to make sure you're not going to have any impact on park districts. We will have minor impact, but we have to go through the environmental steps. So, a few surprises there, which add some cost. We're looking at possibly doing two contracts, one for engineering and one for environmental. There's a state law that any time that the fees for engineering are over $50,000, you can't direct hire the engineer, which is money. So you have to do a quality-based selection. You have to advertise, basically, local media, where you can advertise, in this case, on ODOT's website. And engineers submit their qualifications of projects that they've done in a similar nature, and they have to be pre-qualified with ODOT to do the engineering. We thought we were maybe going to be able to hire an environmental consultant, which has to be ODOT pre-qualified, and an engineering consultant. Had a discussion with ODOT, and they said they wanted one contract, one firm. Now there can be sub-consultants and a team, but they want one contract. Well, the result of that is there's no way that it could be both of those functions accomplished for less than $50,000. So we will have to do the quality-based selection for the engineering team for design and do the design. So I guess it's the biggest news I have to tell you. So if you want to proceed, Mr. Phillips has done them before, put together an advertisement for the engineering services with the scope of services that we've received from ODOT. Have a period of 15 days minimum we have to advertise, and then engineering firms will submit qualifications. And there's criteria that's set up for this process. It's available from the state, and normally what happens is a team. It can be one person, but a lot of times it can be three ranked engineering firms, and you can enter into negotiations with different engineering firms. So that's where we stand on the project. And as far as timing goes, I had some discussion with ODOT, and they have placed this project in their fiscal year 2020 program. Their fiscal year is 6 months ahead of the calendar year, so that technically their fiscal year 2020 starts July 1, 2019. So what that means is next year in the spring of 2019 can be engineering and environmental activities and get all that lined up, and then the project would be able to bid as early as July 1, 2019. We could bid right after that date and receive bids and award and construction could take place in 2019. Now, if there's sometimes environmental, depending on the findings, wetland issues, stream study issues that we have to do here. Sometimes there's some things that have to be mitigated and dealt with. So if something like that would pull our schedule up, we would still have available all of fiscal year 2020 to advertise the project. So we could advertise as late as basically June of 2020. So Early date would be July 1, 2019. Late date would be June 1, 2020. So that's where we're at on schedule. It actually works well to couple with the ODOT funding. We were intending on using Public Works funding, and we've had some preliminary discussions with county engineer, who's the chair of the county committee for that, and it seems like he would support replacement of this bridge with some of that funding. We would have to make application for their funding would be November of 2018, and then their funding, should we be awarded it, would be available as well July 1st, 2019. So that would exactly match the schedule that we have for ODOT, should we be awarded that. So that's where we stand on that project, and basically the action. I don't know that there's any action needed tonight as far as council, but we would soon have to advertise for the engineering services, and we get underway so we can make sure we can keep that schedule. As far as the bridge project, if anyone has any questions, I can answer those.
Price goes up every year, right?
Well, typically, yeah, and of course we're seeing more construction activity. We've seen a lot more this year, and then it's just supply and demand. Sometimes your contractors get busier and prices tend to creep up a little bit. When we fill out the ODOT application, they do require us to put in 2 years of costs, inflation costs there. So we do have a little bit of that built in, but it's hard to predict where prices will be in 2019, but sure there's potential for prices to go up.
Bridge going to survive that long?
I believe it will. The railings on the side are in very, very poor shape. The main beams in the center, actually, they have a lot of corrosion on them in the report. Certainly they need to be addressed, but it seems like main beams in the main structure it's adequate for now. I think it probably will, as far as supporting the rails, I think it will be okay until we can get to replacement. Railings, they are really be a safety issue. As of right now, the only recommendations is not to close it, but something that needs to be continued to monitor. Any other questions?
John, you know right offhand what this might be the cost of the project at another firm?
I think there's going to be the design and environmental costs are going to be a little higher than what we anticipated because of some of the additional studies that ODOT said we would for this bridge. I don't know yet exactly how much. We would have to go through the quality selection for engineering firm, and then once you select a firm, the price is negotiated. But it probably will be a little higher because the requiring more environmental than anticipated. Any other bridge-related questions? Okay. The other project we've been working on is the water meter replacement project for the entire village, both residential and the commercial meters have. Basically have pretty much what I would say a final draft set of specifications. We have everything assembled. I need to do a little more editing and a little fine tuning and bid forms and everything, and we're ready to go to bid on this. we're looking at replacement of all the meters. Most of those meters in town are 30 plus years old. Style of meters that you have, they have moving parts, which are rare, and they typically lose accuracy. Unfortunately, it's to the detriment of the village. Usually, the accuracy is it's not recording enough water going through as to what's being used. As you're losing revenue typically with older meters. So the replacements that we're looking at are ultrasonic meters, which actually don't have any moving parts. They work differently as far as reading the water. So they're more accurate over a longer period of time without moving parts. They tend to stay more accurate over time. And they're also radio read systems, and they can be transmitted back to the central tower. There's actually 3 ways they can be read. There's a central tower and then a central computer, so we can basically daily look at the usage of any customers. They also have some built-in features, some alerts. If someone had a water break in their house and they're on vacation and there's no one there to monitor it, your software will pick up on that. Hey, the water usage is very high, so someone could attend to that quickly instead of someone being away for 2 weeks and coming home and they use thousands and thousands of gallons of water, and so there's a lot of issues with that. So a lot of safeguards, for the consumers with the meter system. And it can also be radio read with Wi-Fi if you want to check, or if there's some condition or something that you send someone out and the handheld unit, they can walk up and they can read it from the outside. They don't have to go in the house. And there's also a drive-by feature where you could basically put the meters read in a truck and drive through that and read as well. So much more less labor intensive for the village as far as reading the meters. So we are, as I said, nearly complete on the specifications. I think we'd be ready to bid. December is probably not a good month with holidays and things coming up. Probably not a good month to try and get out bid specifications, but I would say January, once we get by the holidays, we could be ready to advertise and receive bids towards the end of January, and then the funding for this is intended to go to Ohio Water Development Authority, and a low interest loan that would be available to them. They require you to have received bids before they will take your application. Their applications are the first of every month, so if we receive bids towards the end of January, we can check the bids and make sure everything's correct, and we can have an application into them February 1st, and then they have their loan meeting, I believe it's the 3rd Thursday of the month, so assuming everything's correct, you get your loan approval that Thursday in February, and then usually that money's normally available within 2 days once the loan is approved. So basically, contract could be authorized March 1st, and you start with the replacement project.
On the bids when we go out, we have a time limit on how long they have to get the meters replaced.
Yes. Right now I have 210 days listed for the replacement periods. And I've talked to a couple different vendors. It seemed like they varied from 6 months to 8 months. They were thinking that this is the amount. And so I added 7 months. I didn't want to make it extremely long, but didn't want to make such a short timetable that all of a sudden the prices have to go up if they're working the overtime or something like that to get the the 7 months should be adequate.
John, when do you want us to, pass the resolution to apply to
It could be,
January?
it could be January once we.
We have to wait for the bids, or can we go ahead and do that before?
You could do that beforehand. I don't think the legislation has to have the amount in it, but they do require that you have a bid project before you apply for one. But I don't think that legislation has a stated amount in. Yeah. So it could be in June. And I'm not quite sure whether you've passed legislation to allow, the bidding procedure to start, so that may be another piece of legislation that, needs to be, that I saw a piece of legislation that was passed in 2016, and what I'm not quite clear is whether it had authorization to bid or not.
So we need to have that piece of legislation passed in 2016, and then we need something more current.
I don't know that you need more current. I just wasn't clear. It mentioned OBDA and funding, and I wasn't quite sure whether it gave the authorization. If that does, then we can go ahead, but if it did,
Will the OBDA require a resolution, or can we just do it by motion? You know, a lot of times, we just don't have a motion.
their document, which I didn't bring with me tonight, but I believe it says resolution/ordinance is how their document reads, their sample document reads. So I think that's what they're looking for. So, yeah, that would be theirs.
I've seen their resolution alone,
Yeah, that's.
but is there another resolution/ordinance that's asking for?
No, it would just be that one for the loan, but, I didn't know you needed to, authorize the actual, advertising for bids, so that,
It depends on if, we're applying for funding,
Yeah.
they want those.
I don't think they require that, they would just use the resolution for.
Okay.
So whatever your normal bid procedure is, that should be. Any other questions on water meters? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Other than like the best council at the time?
Two things. One I'm not even going to bring up. The other one is Center Village, and it's all the people that showed up for our newly elected councilman who showed up and supported us. The other thing is for Kevin. Very disappointed in the guy who came down to take pictures. Very disappointed. We are not Columbiana, we are not Salem, Lisbon, East County, and yet they're spread all over the paper. And little only town gets nothing. He couldn't even stay to take pictures of our light up. He had to go to work. I don't know what he said he was doing at our place, he was getting paid. I think you need to send someone down when the Christmas lights are on. I'm sure the town you work is hard, if not harder, than the other towns who probably have lots of money to support their stuff. We don't. We have to go out and have fundraisers, and I think the community needs respected for all that we have to do. So, I don't care if you tell me what I think. I wasn't happy with him, and I think there was a lot of people happy.
Any approval of the, November 15th, 2017 council meeting minutes and the November mayor's report?
Motion that the minutes and report be approved as presented.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Clark.
Yes.
Perry.
Yes.
Buchanan. Earl.
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Scarlett.
Yes.
On to finance,
Bismarck. General fund, $12,601.73. Police, $28,978.16. Street construction, $10,684.61. Cemetery, 3,274 and 57, Chapel, 111 and 49, permissive motor vehicle license, 1,288, police disability and pension, 2,633 and 74, fire, 1,869 and 59, EMS, 19,882 and 26, that includes the last payment for the ambulance. Water operating, 9,932 and 60, sewer operating, 22,386, 5,220 and 98, sewer capital, 2,834 and 95, water guarantee deposit trust, 350, Mayor Court, 1,128, for a total of $123,086 and 54 cents.
Make the motion that the warrant run and the bill be paid.
Second. Any discussion?
Roll call.
Hart.
Yes.
Perry. Yes. Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
Make a motion to, approve the cash server report.
Second?
Any discussion?
Roll call.
Hart.
Yes.
Perry.
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
Make the motion to transfer $10,000 from fire and EMS levy fund to the EMS.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Hart. Yes. Perry. Yes. Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
Is there any other discussion on our finance at this time?
All right,
Moving on to legislation. Pretty good.
First is the ordinance 17-2502, that's the third reading of this particular ordinance. It's an ordinance amending the zoning code for the village of County to repeal all ordinances and resolutions in conflict therewith. Third reading of that particular ordinance.
I make a motion to pass the third reading of ordinance number 17-25.
Second?
Any discussion?
Roll call.
Hart.
Yes.
Perry.
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
Next will be resolution 17-2504, this is the one that you requested at the last meeting, after having discussions with Randy and council. It will be an emergency resolution authorizing the issuance of a $35 year-end bonus for each village employee, excluding elected officials and appointed board members. And that's resolution 17-2504.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and pass resolution number 17-2504.
Second?
Any discussion?
Roll call.
Hart.
Yes.
Perry.
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
Make a motion to pass resolution number 17-2504 under the suspension of rules as
Second?
Any discussion?
Yes. Roll call. No, yes, oh, sorry. Why did we make September 31st?
I just wanted to give, Randy's gonna try to get it done by the next pay period, isn't that?
Yeah.
What day was that?
Pay period, paid on 15th, it'll be done, Chip, just wanted to give you.
Just in case you ran into problems, I didn't wanna give him a mandate, and he couldn't get it done for the next pay period. But he thought he would have it done by the 15th, so.
Roll call.
Hart. Yes. Perry.
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
Okay, the next resolution is 17-2505, and this one is at the request of Randy also, or I guess the last one was, sort of deal, but, this will be an emergency resolution amending and supplementing the appropriations resolution that's heretofore passed by council, all for the village of Newtonia, state of Ohio. You know, Randy's giving you a printout of the areas that he's desiring to be amended, also amended. So again, that's resolution 17-2505.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and pass resolution number 17-2505.
Second?
Any discussion?
Roll call.
Hart. Yes. Perry. Fire. Yes. Barry.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Earl. Yes. Keeler. Garlow.
Yes.
Finally, we got ordinance 17-2506. This one was brought up by House Bill 49, which was recently enacted. We're having to update our income tax ordinance as a result of the passage of that particular act, okay? It does not take effect until January 1st, 2018, these terms. We're going to do a first reading on this particular matter. We had a choice on this, but we don't. Not nearly as many changes, though, I can tell you, as in past, and very few of them are really substantive, so it's going to impact anybody. Some of them major, I don't want to say changes, but I think that might affect, basically the estimated tax. They fall in line with the payment time period for the feds, okay? I think our old one was due, the last payment was due in December. They now due, your final estimated tax payment is due January 15th, which is the same as the state and federal income tax. So they're basically tailoring along that. That's where the legislation came. That was probably the main thing, a lot of definitional stuff. But again, it's all brought about by House Bill 49. We're just coming into compliance with that. So we do a first reading, and then we can ask if we pass this in emergency DFA's second meeting this month. So it's in effect prior to the meeting. Again, it will be a municipal income tax ordinance for the village to become effective for taxable year beginning on or after January 1st, 2018. And that's the first reading of that particular ordinance.
The motion to pass the first reading of ordinance 17-2506.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Fire. Yes. Barry.
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Earl.
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Garlow.
Yes.
All right. All right. Any correspondence? Meeting? Fire. I gotta send out, and we got that, Vicky Valwire, on. And can we get a city meeting for next week? All right.
I have the second year, we need 2 of council members for next year to be on the volunteer firefighters dependent fund board.
I think there's one kid.
Yeah.
You got it.
Perfect. I didn't hear any objections, so.
Congratulations, guys. That'll be good. It'll
Oh,
be good.
yeah.
We better never need it.
You're right.
What was the name of it again? Volunteer Firefighters Dependent Fund Board Member.
Pretty impressive thing.
It'll look good on your resume.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on fire? Yeah. Gary?
Yep, we're still picking up leaves with the vac machine. We're gonna try to continue to pick up leaves as long as we can, weather permitting. But as soon as we start getting rain or freezing rain and snow, that'll cut off the vac machine. Then the only thing we'll pick up then is bag leaves, because the vac machine will be cleaned up and put away for winter months. So I'd say we're holding out, we maybe another week or so before we.
Yeah, I mean, they're done folding, so looks like you're keeping up with it.
Yeah, they are. Really, absolutely, it's probably cleaner than most of the town, unfortunately. They really did a good job.
I agree.
Yeah, they, yeah.
That's all I have on the street.
Cemetery council?
Yeah, I got a question. How come she never comes to the best report? one meeting I missed you.
Water, sewer?
The only thing I have is a request in the council to carry over 2 weeks of my vacation from this year because of the workload. I usually take a couple of weeks off right after Thanksgiving because of all the grants I've been finished and started and all the meetings that represent the village. I was unable to take those. If I can't get them carried over, then I'll just take the last 2 weeks of December off. I'd rather carry them over, stay here and get some more grants done. And you heard about John tonight, we got a bunch of work going on that bridge and the meter thing, so it's really crucial for me to be here the rest of this year and take it off next year. That's up to council, I'm requesting the council to make a motion that I can carry those 80 out next year.
I'll make that motion.
I'll make a motion.
Well,
Second.
I'll be first, you're second.
yeah.
All right. Any discussion? Roll call.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Hewer.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes.
Barry.
So,
Earl.
Yes.
Carla.
Yes.
thank you. That's all I have.
Anything else on water, sewer? No. Moving to zoning, Mr. Pitts?
Yes, now that we have the new zoning book, is that effective immediately? 30 days, okay. Two things, Columbiana County Map Department, excuse me, called me about, replots of subdivisions, whether or not it required village approval. It shouldn't be too much of a problem because most of the properties here are small enough that if you split them and replot them, you will not meet the current zoning conditions. So I sent back a letter saying that they have to be approved by the zoning inspector only to ensure that they meet current zoning. I don't think it's gonna be a big thing, because I don't think you're gonna be, replotting that many properties down here in the village. Planning commission is if they want to go
Stuff like that, you know.
contrary to the zoning regulations.
And I'll take a look at it, but I'm pretty sure slips and stuff go to planning commission under the state statute.
I could find nothing in zoning about it, either local or Duke.
We had had it asked, but maybe we get a planning commission together, you know, and we had a split for them to sign off. That was our biggest problem. And if I remember, a lot of times we would have to have, remember, we get maps coming through and we couldn't get the planning commission together. Council ended up defaulting and assuming that responsibility. And but we would have you look at it also and they say, hey, no, this list's not gonna violate any of our zoning or anything like that, so.
We have the minimum property requirements now passed. If someone wanted to replot and it did not meet those requirements, are you saying that the planning commission should still allow it?
No, probably what's gonna happen, is it's probably not gonna allow it,
Okay.
probably. I need the approval, you know, at
But
that
you
point
need the stamp of the.
Usually the surveyors are coming and working with you on it, and any sort of split, we're going to ensure they don't run into those problems, you know. It's usually the way it works, they're asking, oh, what's your minimum lot size, let me see your ordinances, that sort of thing, you know.
Like I said, most of the property are small enough, you could replot it, do anything with it anyway. So, second thing being, if we should go over the housing and building ordinance, and I talked to the planning commission about doing that next year, after the holidays. Bring that up to date also.
Street. Lance?
I would like to thank Cheryl and her committee for the work they've done.
Very
Sharon
pretty,
Ritter,
isn't it?
it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, with the veterinarian's office in there now, and the building across the street from them being a big job, it just looks so wonderful.
Even though we're a small town,
It hasn't looked as good since, I don't know, 1980.
I don't ever remember it.
But I do appreciate it, I'm very sorry for light up, but
It was,
and waiting circumstances,
it was
but
you.
it,
Thank
you know,
you.
it is, it's very.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate all the effort that, like that night that goes on, all the ladies put into it. It was a great success for the community. I clearly enjoyed it, so, again, thank you for your hard effort. I know it's not easy, and volunteering, or to get volunteers, but I appreciate it.
I just wanted to have a quick question. Remember we talked about the car that was parked down, at in front of the Eagles that wanted to get it moved, did that ever happen?
Double check that. All right, the other thing I have, a couple months ago, we talked about the updated PPM manual, we authorized, offices, Perry, Allison, and I to redo it. They have submitted their final copy, I'll be emailing out to everybody, if they want to look at it, but we need to, legislation passed update with, personnel policy. And last time we did it was 2010, so I'm going to email out to you guys. Anything else for miscellaneous? Good to the village? For community, how would you like to say that for you? Gary? Council, any other committees that like? The next regular, meeting will be held September 20th at 7 p.m. 2017, right here at Village Hall. With the fire committee meeting